Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alaihi wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa sallama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders and sisters, only Allah knows what will happen to us today. None of us will know what will happen to us except Allah. We think we know, but we don't know. We only guessing, expecting things to happen this way. But nothing will materialize unless Allah decided to happen or to take place. We are thinking today that we are going to the bazaar to buy something. On the way to the bazaar, a car hit us. We fall down and died. Instead of going to the bazaar, we are actually going to the grave. We never know. You know, we are very poor, nothing much to eat, have very little food, little money. We are thinking that today will be the same as any other days in the past. But on the way to work, someone gave us some money, so much money. Then we come back to see our family with joys and telling everyone, today I have a lot of money. So Allah gave him money to that man, but nobody, almost none, will realize that this is Allah who made him to be hit by the car and died, and it is Allah who gave him the money to that man. And they don't praise Allah, glorify Allah. The person who is poor and all of a sudden have got a lot of money, don't glorify and praise Allah. And the one who been hit by the car and died, the family, they don't bear passion. Instead, they're screaming, crying, hailing, and telling that the driver is wrong. We must take actions against him, report the police. Lot of chaos, miseries, agonies take place. So these are the situation, either good or bad. None of the men remember Allah, glorify Allah, or be patient. And this can only happen, if a man believe in Allah, not only saying that I believe in Allah, in the core of his heart, or in the core of his belief, there is no God except Allah, and the doer is Allah. The doer is Allah. Everything is done with the permission of Allah. If this is not in the heart, is this not in the belief, then there will be chaos. There will be arrogant people. Arrogant people are the people who often like to humiliate others. They are arrogant people. Arrogant people humiliate others, look down upon others. Because why they become arrogant? Because they think they are the one who, everything that they are having, everything they are able to have is because of their talents and their work and their efforts, not Allah who have given them. That's why all those who believe that they become rich or they're able to attain certain things because of their work and their effort, not Allah who have given them. They become a proud and arrogant person. On the other hand, those who are poor, they become impatient. They're not patient with the test which Allah has given them. Both are tests. Being given plenty of money and not given any money by Allah is test. To become poor is a test. To become rich also a test. It's not a sign of success or failure, which normally regarded by everyone in this world. You become rich, you are successful. If poor, you are failing. The poor thinks that I'm a failure. Nothing. I have nothing now. My wife ran away. My children to follow my wife. I got no one, no wife, no children, no car, no house, no money. So conclusion is I'm total failure. So I just sit down. Finally, having mental illness. They call it mental illness. Initially, they'll have what is called kemurungan. Depression. Then finally become schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a mental illness. A person will be able to hear and to see something which are not there. Actually, they can see what the jinn can see. Their eyes tend to see wavelength of light which are higher than the normal man. Then they can see jinns. They can hear the voice of jinn. It's real. They are hearing and they are seeing what others cannot see because of the inflammation of the brain. The brain tends to secrete so much chemicals that normal brain would not do. So that excessive secretion of that chemical make the brain to become inflamed, hyperactive. They start to see things which are not there. So they start talking to themselves and they start to hear and they start to respond. So they start behaving abnormally, which others will say something wrong with this guy. And that guy say, no, nothing wrong with me. So now you must go to the doctor. No, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm not sick. You see, these are mental people. Mental people don't think they are sick. That's why they are mental. It's very hard, to make mental people to take treatment, because the very basic reason as to why they do not want treatment, because they don't believe they are sick. So it's a pitiful condition, and more people during this COVID-19 will have depression, finally ending to schizophrenia. Some not even depression, they start to take life, their own life, suicide. Increased rate of suicides in Malaysia during this COVID. It is said one day, 1% commit suicide in Malaysia now, which has never happened before. In Japan, even without COVID, 1% 1 minute. 60 minutes, 60%. Highest rate of suicidal attempts or suicide. So that's only that we know what happened to all other countries. The same. People usually undergo depression when they have nothing. They thought their thing is failure. So what's the use of living? I lose everything. Usually men, when they don't have anything, woman will run away from him, the woman, the wife, and the children will follow. This usually happens all the time, except the true believers. Who are the true believers? None. All are non-believers. Even those who say they are believers, Muslim, they are not. They are basically like other non-believers who doesn't believe in Allah. So when you don't believe in Allah is the dua, when things happen like this, when you don't have food, don't have money, don't have car, don't have house, then you will end up going into depressions, then schizophrenia or any other mental illness. So the reason as to why we end up into illness because of wrong belief. We think that when Allah tested us with less food, less money, have taken out all that we have, Allah is actually taking away all the things that we used to. Because we used to be very proud. We used not to remember Him, to glorify Him when Allah blesses with plenty. So then Allah tests us with nothing. Then we end up having depression, sorrow, unhappiness, and we're thinking we are a man of failure. When it is not. A person who become poor is not a man of failure. He's being tested only. He has to bear patience. Continue to obey the orders of Allah with patience and continue to ask Allah. To ask Allah to help him and continue patiently with steadfastness, asking Allah to help him, and at the same time continue to do the work of inviting people to Allah. Continue to remain steadfast in performing prayers with congregation in the mosque, to perform the salat, night salat, and to continue to do good deeds. Not to become despair, not to think that you are failure. It's not a failure. Not to have money, become poor, it's not a failure. But unfortunately, even the people who is so-called Muslim or who do the work of dawah think it's a failure because it has been ingrained into their mind, into their belief that to have nothing means if you have nothing means you are a failure. So people are worried and to become a failure. People are very unhappy when they believe that they are a failure. A father, a mother, a son. Now in Malaysia, student in standard 6, trying to commit suicide in Malacca because he finds no happiness at home, being scolded by the mother. The mother is also full with stress. The father is also with stress. Then they put the stress to the kids, and the kids says there's no point for me living. No one loved me in the house. No one loved me in school. So I should hang myself and die. Fortunately, there's someone who is passing by and saved that kid, and now in hospital. So just imagine a person who is 12 years old has already attempted murder. These are all the as a after effects of COVID-19. People are without work. Not able to work also. Those who have work has been made to be unemployed. thrown out of works. Those who have work cannot work, cannot sell their goods. So they don't have money. They don't have money, they don't have food. They got depression when they believe it's a failure. It's not a failure, it's a test. Similarly, when you got plenty, you become rich, everything you need you can have. That is not success, which people believe now. It's not success. It is actually a test. So once you think that you are, you are rich, you are success, you are so much in a state of honor, then you'll become arrogant. So one become arrogant and humiliate others, do harm to others. The other become impatient, goes into depression, and some of them commit suicide. So in both cases, it's all failure. The rich become a failure, and the poor also become a failure. Both are failure. The reason as to why both become failure, because they don't have belief, the true belief. They don't become the true believer, the good deeds. They don't follow Allah. They don't obey Allah. They do not follow the books of Allah. Allah says, the one who is successful is not the one who have money. We don't even read the Quran. Don't even want to understand the Quran. We only want to understand what others are telling us. Oh, the first person who is telling you to have the belief that to become rich is a success is your parent. The first person, when you're just a kid, the first person who harm your mind, your belief is your parent. They keep on telling the wrong things. You study hard, you work hard, you study hard, work hard, become a successful person. You must have money, you must have this. Like the parents, both parents of Dr. Samad. He used to tell him, work hard, save money, work hard, save money. Don't become like the Malays. They're lazy. And yet he's Indian and want to become a Malay. Because he can get scholarship, being sent abroad. Because he's a Malay. But he's actually not a Malay, Indian. Mixed with Malay. Mother maybe Arab, Malay, something like that. But Indian, father is pure India, from India, come here. And now also when we look at someone, don't believe he's Malay because his features, his face, all look Indians. Like Mahathir, Anwar Ibrahim, all Indians. But because they are a little bit whiter, white skin, it's very hard. But like the MP Abdul Aziz of Baling are really black and really Indian. So the Indians, they used to teach their children to work hard, to save money, work hard, got money, work hard and save it. In other words, the parents are telling the children to love the world, not love Allah. So these people, if they become rich, they become arrogant. They become poor, they become depression. In both sides of the scale, they are actually in failure. So men and all the people in this world finally end up a failure actually in the eyes of Allah. And in the eyes of Allah is the truth. Either you will become rich or you become poor. Both are failures. So whole world having the same wrong belief. And that's the very reason why we have to preach the correct belief. We have to tell people, we have to preach people to believe in the correct thing. The success is in obedience to the orders of Allah, in the way Muhammad Sallam, with the intention to please Allah. Then no matter whether we are poor or rich, we are successful. And what is a success person? A success person is not a person who has a lot of money, a lot of wealth. A success person is a person who can enter paradise and save from the hellfire. This is the definition in the Quran, and that is the truth. But we never believe. in the Quran. We never read the Quran, never understand the Quran. And as a parent, we never teach our children the Quran. We only teach what we think is right and what we think is wrong. Like the Indian parents, work hard, don't be lazy like the Malays, save money. This is a very wrong teaching. The same as the Minang Kabau. What do you call Minang Kabau? The people from Indonesia, among the Malay race, they are the race which, the tribes which has love of dunya like Indians. Probably they are mix of Indians. Indians gone there and mix, and because they end up Malay, but basically culture, belief is Indians, belief in the world. Malays are not so much like the Indians. Tell the children, work hard, study hard, save money, don't become like the Malay. The Malay just enjoy themselves. They are among the tribe in the world which has the minimum love towards the world, maybe, I think, in the whole world. But the Jews, the Eurasians, the Chinese, all, they love the world. When you love the world, either you are rich or you are poor, you will have failure. If you don't love the world, you love Allah, either you are rich or poor, you are successful. Prophet Muhammad SAW, as Allah asked him, you want to become a king, rich or poor? Prophet. You have become prophet, but what you like? To become a king, a rich prophet, or a poor prophet? That some unable to answer. He asked Jibril opinion. Jibril said to him, prefer to become poor. So he asked Allah to give me food one day, and the next day no food. So on the day when I have food, I will become grateful to you. The day when I don't have food, I'll become patient. I'll observe patient. So in both cases, he is successful. Either being given food or not being given food. Yes, gratefulness and patience. And these are the qualities which Allah wants. And this quality will spring from us. Once we have proper iman, the correct level of iman and faith towards Allah, that Allah is the doer, Allah is the creator, Allah is the nourisher. Whatever I've obtained are given by Allah, not by my work, not by my talents, not by my effort, by Allah. So when you believe that everything that you have are given by Allah, and you become grateful to Allah when you have plenty, and when you have nothing, you become patient, because you know Allah is testing me by making me to have nothing. And when Allah make me rich, Allah is testing me too, as to whether I'm grateful. So these are the lessons which are not heard in houses, in all the houses in the entire world, because the parents, the first teacher to the kids, have stimulated, enhanced the wrong belief. And the parents are having the wrong belief because there is nothing in the world that teach them to teach their children the correct belief. The correct belief comes from teaching them to speak the correct words. The parents have a wrong belief and they teach their children with wrong words, like the Indian parent. Work hard, have money, save it, become rich. Not like the Malays, lazy, no money, like to enjoy only. The Malays doesn't work so hard they don't give these praises to their children. What praises they use? There's not no point to work, they said. They said to their children, no point to work, because risk is all from Allah. It cannot, a risk which is as small as a grain cannot become a mountain. Even the moose, ulat, moose in the stone also can get food. They said, no point working hard. The Malays are different, because they are better person, not better, but somehow they don't enhance or stimulate wrong belief. The belief don't work hard. So that's why Malays don't work hard. But on the other hand, they have the government, which are Malay government, they're helping the Malays like their sons, giving only. So the Malays have a lot of, they are lazy, not working. Whenever government give them some license or anything, they say, if you want to work, we let the Chinese work. We get commission on it. Because they have the belief, nothing to work. Everything has been decided. It's no point to become rich. Our risk, which is as small as our risky, if it is only only a meager one, will not become a mountains. Even the moth ulat in the stone, it is true. In the time of Prophet Isa, in the time of Prophet Musa, Allah SWT asked him to hit the stone. Inside the stone there is a moth, ulat, a moth, isn't it? With the leaf. Just imagine in the stone there is a moth, with a leaf. And nature is what the Malay says is true, but they wrongly having the belief that to work is not to earn money. To work is to obey Allah orders. And they don't understand it. They have to be taught the correct thing. We are working to earn money, not to earn money. Not to have money, but to please Allah. This they don't know. This is only recently being told to them by me. None of the religious scholar in the past who teach them is teaching them this. Or don't work so hard, because if you have a risky being given as small as a mustard seed, it will not become a mountain. Even the moth in the stone get the risk. Why worry? Enjoy, they say. So a Malay is a race which doesn't want to work very hard. You can see. They say, why work? If you got money and enjoy, that's all. The Chinese, they work hard to enjoy. So they want to work hard so that they can enjoy. The Malays, no. They don't want to work, but they want to enjoy. Of course, every man want to enjoy. So you can see these three different race in Malaysia with three different qualities. The Indians are so greatly in love with the world. When they have money, they spend. They don't spend. They save it. They save it. They don't even eat outside. If you have Indians only in this country, you will not have food shops. They don't go to McDonald's. They don't go to KFC. They don't go anywhere. They just eat, food at their home. Even the food that they cook, they keep it. If they can eat it, even 2 weeks, 1 month, they will keep it and continue to eat. These are Indians. On the other hand, the Chinese work very hard because they want to enjoy. They work very hard. But once they got money, they don't like India because they don't teach them this way. They go, spend their money, and then drinks, do gambling, got more money, easier way, and then enjoy. This is Chinese. But the Malays say, no, we don't work hard. We want to enjoy. So we ask our government, give us money. So the government start to help them. How to eradicate the poverty among Malays? Oh, we must give them money, helping them. And Mahathir said, no point. If the Malays become a person who need a tongkat or a tongkat, a stick to stand, that means they are not a good race. So we must slowly making the Malays to stand without a stick. So they're trying to find ways, on how to make the Malays to work harder. The Malays don't want. They go abroad, the government give them scholarship. Otherwise they won't go. The Malays, there are many doctors, engineers now, is all because the government give them money. Chinese, the government doesn't give them money because they are very rich. Indian also, they bring them money, they are also very rich. They keep their money, Indians. They only to become one doctors and lawyers, that's all. Nothing else. Because they can cheat people in law, they become lawyer, and cheat people in medicine, get more money. So Indians are obsessed with the love of money at the expense of their life in the world. Even the Indians who are Muslim are much in love with the world than the Hindus. The Indian Muslim, they even willing to sacrifice their clothes, their food at the expense of saving money. But the Indian Muslim, the non-Muslim Indian, not that much, not to that extent. They are just like Malays probably, but little bit more. So how to eradicate all this bad behavior is all by belief, changing belief and mindset, not by giving lectures. The government cannot change the behavior of the Malays by giving them money, like Najib is helping them, giving Brim. The Malays are very happy with Najib because they got money without work. The best thing to make money to make Malays to love you, give money. Don't let them work and then enjoy. They'll be happy. They'll be happy to do that. Very much happy. The Chinese don't like. They say no, we work. We must work. No work, no money. And we have money, we enjoy. So business in Malaysia flourished because of Chinese and Malays, not because of Indians. We have plenty of shop here, malls, because they are Chinese and they are Malays who are willing to spend. The only difference, Malays don't have money. They look at the Chinese, they become jealous. Why Chinese? You Chinese got money, enjoy yourself. Chinese got money. But the Malays now, because they have been sent to doctors, to become doctors, engineers abroad by the government, they also become fairly rich, not so rich as a Chinese. But they want richer also as a Chinese. But they don't work because of the belief. In order to change the Malays' behavior, you must change the belief. In order to change the Chinese behavior, we have to change the belief. In order to change the Indian behavior, we have to change the belief and the mindset. And this is the thing which are lacking and not being done in the whole world since day one the world is created. Since the day of Adam, none has not been done. It's only being proposed by me with the permission of Allah, which is called self-talk therapy. I have invented the self-talk therapy, which is to change the belief and mindset of anyone, any race. So the Malays should take another set of self-talk therapy. The Chinese should take another set of self-talk therapy, and the Indians too. So only then they have the correct belief and the correct mindset. Only then they have the correct action. Only then they have a very good and modern country. So Malaysia is, if I become the Prime Minister of Malaysia, this is the first thing among others which I will do to change the belief and the mindset of the entire population of Malaysia. From their day one they go to schools, from the day one they are born, the parent must be taught the correct words. They don't know why they want that. They do not know the reason as to why they have to speak the correct word. We force them, tell them, do this, follow. If you do this correct words and ask your children to speak the correct word, by and by your belief and mindset will change. Also your children, the whole population in the whole world in the whole Malaysia will change. Their belief and mindset, and then their actions have become good. These are the knowledge which Allah has given to me. I have invented this in 2004. It's still now. And there are also self-talk therapy for prostitution, for addiction, for all sorts of wrong behavior. Because the only things which men do not know to treat all this while is behavior. They can treat the body somehow, not really good, but they really do not know at all how to treat behavior. This is the reason as to why we fail in all our endeavors. All our endeavors in all our endeavors to make ourselves to live happy and prosperous in this world has failed so far to date, because we have failed to understand one fact, that we will be happy and prosperous only when we change our behavior from wrong behavior to the good behavior. And the good behavior are the behavior which is the foundation of that behavior is the great kalima. There is no God except Allah. There is no one who do except Allah. There is no one who will be able to give whatever we need except Allah. All diseases will be gone. All mental diseases will gone. All diseases all will go. And all people have have good action. And then the good action will lead them to become prosperous and living in this world with peace and tranquility. Otherwise, if we don't change the people belief and mindset, we will never change it. No matter how much money we have, how many buildings we build, how many roads that they can have roads, building, but they have wrong behavior, they'll have unhappiness. They will not be successful either in this world nor in the hereafter. Neither in this world nor in the hereafter. They will have failure both in this world and in the hereafter. In time of disaster, they have failure. In time of prosperity also, they prosper, got a lot of, they also failure. Because they have wrong behavior. Because they have wrong belief and mindset. This is the reason that's why all the prophets have been sent. Only the technology, to make the belief and the mindset of the man to change has not been founded until I propose. But the whole world is not knowing this medicine that Allah has given to me to propose to the world. And that can only happen if I'm the leader of the whole world. Then the whole world will have to follow the therapy, will undertake that, will take the therapy, will become having good behavior, then the whole world will be at peace and tranquility in this world and in the day of hereafter, in paradise. Okay.